Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back again with me, Miss Arum, for your English class. So excited. Today, we are talking about quantifiers grade 5. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, first, we are going to discuss what quantifier means. And then, we are going to use them with countable and uncountable nouns. After that, we are going to put them in sentences, and finally, we are going to do some practice because practice makes perfect. Number 1, quantifiers. Okay, so what is quantifier? In the dictionary, quantifier means a word or phrase that is used before a noun to show the amount of it that is being considered. Whoa, isn't that complicated? To make it more simple, you can say that quantifiers are words you use to describe the amount of something. Okay? If you don't want to say the exact number, you can use quantifiers. Examples: a lot of, many, a little. Okay? Now, what are quantifiers for countable and uncountable nouns? Let's see. Now, when we want to use a quantifier, we have to decide whether the object that we are describing is countable or uncountable. You have learned some examples of countable and uncountable nouns, right? Now, let's use them. What did you say about 20 burgers? Right, a lot of burgers. Burger is countable or uncountable? Good, burger is countable. Because there is more than one burger, of course you need to add an S just after the word burger. Okay, grade 5. Now, did you know, grade 5, that there is another way to describe 20 burgers using a quantifier? How? Very good, by using many. That's one. No, that's 2. Now, what about if you have one giant mountain of spaghetti, like this? What kind of quantifier you can use to describe the spaghetti? Very good, a lot of spaghetti. Is spaghetti countable? No, it's uncountable. So you cannot add an S after spaghetti. So now you know, grade 5, that the quantifier a lot of can be used for countable and uncountable nouns. And just like the burgers, there is another way to describe the one giant mountain of spaghetti. How? That's right, by using much. Much spaghetti. Now, grade 5, those are the quantifiers that you can use to describe an object that has a large amount, like the burgers and the spaghetti. Now, how do you describe an object that has a small amount? Let's say apple. I only have 2 apples. How do you describe it? You don't want to use the number. How do you describe it? Yes, very good. You can use some apples. Now, just like the burgers and spaghetti, there are 2 other ways to describe the apples without saying the quantities, without saying the number. How? We can use a few or not many. So some apples, a few apples, and not many apples. Alright, what about if you have like only a half bottle of milk, like this? How do you describe it? Very good. You can also use some milk. Now there are two other ways to describe the amount of the milk. Like what? Using a little. Very good. A little milk. And one more? Not much milk. Very good. So some milk, a little milk, not much milk. Those are for uncountable nouns. Milk is uncountable, right? Okay. Now these are the quantifiers that you can use for describing small amounts of objects. Okay. Now, what about this? What about if you don't have like this? No cupcakes, guys. You have eaten all. So what do you say about it? Okay. You can say no cupcakes or not any cupcakes. Very good. Cupcake, countable, right? Yes. Next. Sugar. The sugar jar is empty. What do you say about it? How can you describe it? Yes, no sugar or not any sugar. So those are the quantifiers that you can use to describe that there is no more, okay? You don't have any, zero amount, nada, zip, okay? Now, so here is the conclusion, grade 5. Here are the quantifiers that you can use for countable and uncountable nouns for large amount, small amount, and zero amount. A lot of, many, much, some, a few, a little, not many, not much, no, and not any. Now, as you can see, there are some similarities here in the quantifiers. Let's see. Yes, a lot of, it can be used for both countable and uncountable nouns. Next. Some can be used for countable and uncountable nouns. The next one is no. No is used for countable and uncountable nouns. And the last one is not any. Not any is used for both countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, the third stop is quantifiers in sentences. Let's put the quantifiers in sentences. Let's go. Now, let's go back here. And how do you put them in sentences? For countable nouns, you can add there are. So you say there are a lot of burgers, there are many burgers. Same goes with the small amount. You can add there are some apples, there are a few apples, and there are not many apples, or there aren't many apples. Next, for zero amount, the same. Still there are no cupcakes, there aren't any cupcakes. Now, what about for the uncountable nouns? For uncountable nouns, you can use there is. So you say, there is a lot of spaghetti, there is much spaghetti. Same goes with the small amounts. There is some milk, there is a little milk, there isn't much milk. Same goes with the zero amount. There is no sugar, there isn't any sugar. Okay? For the practice. Are you ready? Yes. You're going to make sentences from the clues given. What can you say about the bananas? Very good. There are a lot of bananas, or you can say there are many bananas. Because banana is countable and it's in a large amount. Okay, now what do you say about the jam? Very good. There is some jam, or there is a little jam, or There isn't much jam. Very good. Why? Because jam is uncountable and the amount is small. Okay? Now, what can you say about the water? Very good. There is no water or there isn't any water because water is uncountable and the amount of the water is 0. None. Zip. Nada. Are you ready for the real thing? Let's go. What's this? Yes, there is a lot of rice or there is much rice. Very good. There are a lot of cookies or there are many cookies. Next. What is this? Yes, there is some butter or there is a little butter or there isn't much butter. Good. Next. What's this? Yes, there are some carrots or there are a few carrots or there aren't many carrots. Very good. Next. No. Okay, what's this? Very good. There is no tea or there isn't any tea. Next. No, only the rinds. No, where are the watermelons? So, what do you say? There are no watermelons or there aren't any watermelons. Very good. Next. Look at those pancakes. What do you say about them? Very good. There are a lot of pancakes or there are many pancakes. Yum! Next. Ooh, what is this? Very good. There is some bread or there is a little bread or there isn't much bread. Yeah, for me, it's just a little bread because I love bread. So this is only a small amount for me. Next. No, where is all the chocolate? Okay, so what do you say about this? Good. There is no chocolate or there isn't any chocolate. Grade 5. That's the end of the video. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have doubts, you can ask me by WhatsApp. But don't worry, we still have some discussions to do. Let's go back to your Google Classroom. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.